sir and ma'am.
Hello.
Welcome to
Hello.
the.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to
Yeah.
the series named as The Better Citizens. This series is basically to showcase people like you who have been contributing to the social sector since a long time. You are our second guests. Let me introduce you all to the viewers. So I have with me Mr. Shirish Lavate, who is the president of Manavya, which is an NGO working for kids with HIV in Pune. And with us, we have Dr. Ashwini Deshpande, who is a medical officer at Manavya. So, welcome both of you. And without a further ado, I would like you all to introduce yourselves to the viewers. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shraddha. Actually, I'm representing a NGO called Manavya. Manavya is an orphanage which is working for the born HIV positive children.
Yeah.
It is actually started in 1997. In 1987, we are about to finish Silver Jubilee is 2 years away from us now. So it was started by my mother actually, Mrs.
Okay.
Vijaya Lavate.
Right.
She started this institute. Actually, this institute, she started with certain motto. Actually, she was working in a municipal corporation, and that where she come in contact with this, and she was serving there. She was working there as a social worker,
Right.
and there we started from her job. Ours is a normal family, middle class background. She was working. My father was also working in the government sector. Myself is an engineer. I am having my own business of certain tools and accessories and all that. And this is a passion what my mother had. We are carrying it forward, frankly.
Right.
And that passion has come from her to us. So she was a real great social worker. I mean, she was a social worker right from I think she must have cried social work. That's what it was like that. And in every action you will see social work. So this was like that. And that background, we come into this existence. She expired in 2005.
Okay.
After 2005, about last 15 years, myself, my wife Ujwala, our staff, our trustees, and we are trying to take forward this mission.
Right. That's amazing, sir. Speaking about you yourself, who has been your role model? Of course, your mother would have been your the biggest role model in front of you. But otherwise,
Definitely my role model. Otherwise, actually, when I was telling you role model in the sense, I always consider that she was my role model right from the beginning. So I will not see anybody else as my role model right now because. Only one thing differs between her and me. She was an avid social worker and she was into it right from the now. My aim now. Somebody asked me, "What is going to be your aim in as Manavya is concerned?"
Yeah.
So, as a Manavya is concerned, my aim is to put a big lock onto Manavya. I mean, to say how it is because why such orphanages are required?
Correct.
Orphanage is required because it is a stigma to the society. Because society is not able to accept such children. Maybe not from HIV only I'm talking about, but many other children, orphanages and who have been thrown out of because of the society games. And so society has to grow itself.
Right.
If society grows itself, this becomes so it should be a zero orphans or destitutes in the society.
Yeah.
And of course, role model when you're talking about, she is definitely a role model because she was thinking social right from the beginning. Now, I'll give one small example.
Yeah.
She was building her house because that time there was a severe drought in all the area. And we decided we will paint the house outside with a cement paint. I had a great fight. Why you are investing so much of water? Because cement paint requires so much of water, and why you are doing it right now?
Right.
So it was every moment of life she was thinking this. So I am trying to become like that. Every moment I should be able to see that. So she is definitely my role model. I'm not able to see anybody else as my role model right now.
Right. That's great, sir. That's great to know. Going ahead, how was your journey like when it comes to registering the NGO and now taking it forward? And do you have any fond memories or maybe some incidences that actually shook you up?
Actually, she started this because her aim, so why starting the institution, was to give this HIV positive orphan children a good and peaceful death. In 1997, it was the aim because they should be given proper medication, they should be given proper care, and they, after that medical care, they should have at least a peaceful death. If you are not able to give them a good livelihood, at least they should be able to. So that was her aim, and of course, that time that aim was perfect.
Correct.
Now, after in 2000, Mane was the first institution to start the treatment in pediatric AIDS for the first time in India.
Okay.
So that time, before that, there was no medicine. 2000 it started, and then with these efforts of all our people and everything, good nutrition, we are able to see that there is death rate has gone down considerably in Manavi. Earlier, up to 2007, 6, 7, there absolutely definitely there would be some deaths in a year. Okay. But now that death rate has almost come to zero. So this is a courtesy, good medicines, then good positive attitude basically towards life and nutrition. This is the basic three things we are already doing. And with this, now Manav is facing challenges differently. While starting, we've had different challenges, school challenges. Then we had even getting a place was a big problem that even getting a rented place. And so that's what, then we got a good fighting it out, the rented, then we bought the land and then we built the building. That everything happens over a period of time. Right. But nowadays, what has happened now, medicines, when we started pediatric, treatment was very, very expensive. So, as we said, when we go ahead and we said our aim is to give children to take care of the HIV. So, whatever the cost may be, we have to go and arrange for the medicines, whatever it may be. So, that was our first and basic aim. So, earlier to 2007, 8, medicine was the only aim. Because whatever schools, we had a school, a one teacher school, but aim was just to engage these children. Correct. Aim was not to give any education. Only you have to take the medicine. So after over a period of time, when these children started growing, getting medical, and these children, now we need to give them when lifespan started increasing. Right. When lifespan started increasing, now we have to give them children a good education, good vocational training, and they should go to back to the society and give back the society their to the society. Correct. So this is how aim has changed now. So this is the aim how it is changed. Now, but still, the challenge is not over. Now the big challenge now we have is these children are not accepted by the society. When they go in the society for asking for a job, asking for something, so they are having skills and everything, but they are not been accepted by the society. Even big corporate don't accept them. No, because they never say, because as per the law they cannot deny. That's right. As per the law they cannot deny, but they don't give this reason. They have been, but it becomes very, very clear that this is they are not accepted. And of course, in other case, we have given one child, a good child. Now let me tell you one thing, about 60 to 65 children have graduated from Manav, have gone out back to the society. Wow. But they are fighting it out. There are, will not say that all 65 children are doing very well, not like that. But many of the children are fighting it out. They are getting some jobs. They are getting some small jobs or small businesses they are running. Yeah. Maybe he is but he is doing something. And so one fellow is having a good vegetable seller in the market here. So they are achieving something, no doubt. But what is happening is these children not able to tell that I am with HIV. This is a drawback of the society, but we definitely tell them it's not your drawback, it is the society's drawback. Right. So, earlier in our vigor, we used to say, no, you go and say that I am HIV. But it is not that easy to the society and say that I am HIV. So then we started saying, no, you try to hide, but don't hide from the doctor. That is the only one thing we advise him, and go to the society and do the business. And now, if these children are accepted, we have started thinking, if you go to ask a job to anywhere, the job is definitely going to be denied. So that now you have to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
You have to be an entrepreneur. So if you do entrepreneur, you do the business, nobody is going to ask you what disease you have. You are going to ask somebody that what disease you have.
Correct.
This is what now with this bracket we are starting an entrepreneurship development program.
Right.
With entrepreneurship development program, we are trying to inculcate. Now, what is happening? It is not that easy because whatever you do, what easy means is these children come from very, very different backgrounds. Basically, they are from a very utterly low class as far as economical class is concerned. So they are low class. Everybody's aims and objectives are totally different. And if we try to impose upon our aims and objectives, it is not going to help. So we have to go to their level and think what they are going to, what are their challenges.
Yes.
So that's what we have to do. Now, earlier, as I told you, we are going to have only medicine. So we used to think, no, you should not be given hard work. Hard work should not be given. So now that everything been gone, now these children can do whatever jobs they can, any jobs or any hard work jobs also they can do. And so that is not a big problem. Now, if you have to become an entrepreneur, the first thing you have to do, you have to have good health. So, for this we are now trying to start a big, program so that they will be able to do exercises, routine exercises, and that should be followed quickly. Now, so this, if they go in for this exercise, because health is going to be their main
major
because major aspect of the health only. Now, this is one thing. So we'll give them some vocation. We'll give them complete training. Now, we are also thinking to start some microcredit activities. So if you are going to be an entrepreneur, we will able to give you certain micro credit loan to you, and that you have to repay back.
Right.
And that's what we are starting to think on these lines. Now, but these children, when they because they come from a different society, we have to build up their psychologically. We have to build them to start this businesses. Because starting businesses is not that easy, but still we have to prepare them. Maybe a small business, but you start business.
Correct.
Of course, there are going to be certain hurdles are going to come, and now these challenges are totally different. And now what is happening is, earlier children used to come to Manavya at the age of say 2 years, 3 years, maybe 9 months, 8 months they come. Now the children who are coming to Manavya nowadays, last 4 or 5 years, it age of 12, 13, 14, 15, even 17. So they have coming in a different frame of mind. Because we used to mold them. We were able to mold them. Now molding them is becoming very difficult.
Yeah.
So we need people to tackle these problems, their teenage problems. Then we need to talk to them. We have to give them children a good role models. We have to think. So I don't think some lecture series or something that's where these children can learn out of this. So personality development of these children is now become a more important thing for us.
Right.
Yeah. And so basically, and one more thing is, so we have to make these children acceptable to society. So we have to make certain programs in society so that they have to make aware of this disease. This is nothing going to happen to you. Of course, as far as HIV awareness is concerned, everybody knows how it spreads. Everybody knows. That awareness is not required. But who is suffering from HIV, you have to accept him. So that sort of awareness is very much essential, and that we are facing this problem. Each and every step we face this problem. So
I think more than awareness, it's also about the acceptance from the society, and that stigma, as you rightly said, it is still there. Even if you are an educated person or an illiterate, that stigma is still there.
stigma is still there, and we normally say it's a normal viral infection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing its transmission is sexual.
Correct.
That's why the stigma is attached to it.
Correct.
Otherwise, there is no. I always say, even if you had a COVID or you have a swine flu, people go and meet the patient. They're not afraid. If you go and you cannot go and meet HIV patient.
Correct.
So this is stigma attached to it. And people generally are more, what do you say? They're more afraid of their image than their health.
Yeah.
What is my image in the society? The people are worried more about that. So that's we experience many times. So even if many people come to Manavya, but there are few people who says accept something from a Manavya. As suppose you have tea, he thinks for a moment or think, and then he answers. So he still is there. That stigma is there, even if however educated he is, but this stigma always keeps in his mind.
Right.
And that, of course, as we say, any social change require at least 2 generations.
Yeah.
The new generation is accepting.
Correct.
But not in this generation accepting. So that is always this thing.
Correct.
Yeah. So
with all these challenges, sir, I would really, like the viewers to know what actually kept you going and what actually motivated you, because with so many challenges, one can easily give up, working for these kind of social causes. So what made you kept going, and of course your mother as well?
Let me tell you one thing. When you come to a social work field like this, where success, as you call it, appreciation from a society. Now, generally, in this type of social work, you have 90% frustration, let me tell you.
Yeah.
10% appreciation, definitely. But let me tell you one thing, that 10% appreciation, even less than that, I will say 5% appreciation you get, but that gives you energy, which is much more than whatever whatever frustration you got.
Correct.
Because that, if you appreciate one student or 2 students gives you appreciation. Okay, that's yes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And that energy is really rewashes whatever frustration you have.
Yeah.
So that is the motivation you're getting.
Right.
This is motivation is. Yes, I'm doing it there. Somewhere it is useful.
Correct.
I know it is not going to be 100%. So I want to increase that percentage some to do that. And there we definitely need different types of hands to work for it.
Correct. And this is something that money cannot buy for sure. Like this kind of satisfaction that you're saying, which money
cannot buy.
Ashwini ma'am, would like to come to you. How has been your experience as a medical officer at Manavya, and how do you recall any kind of memories or maybe incidences that you've had so far?
I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Ashwini Deshpande, and I have been with Manavya since last 8 years. I have done my graduation in Ayurveda, and I was working with Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital for an year. Actually, I got to know about Manavya through one of my friends from our Nirman youth group. It's a youth group conducted by Dr. Abhay Bang and Rani Bang, who give us a new vision to work towards a social goal. And to use our skill sets for such people.
Yeah.
So I got this opportunity, and I'll say it changed my life altogether.
Correct.
Because it has been a long journey with these children, and it's really glad to see that these children are fighting against the disease, and they are as equally as competent as us.
Correct.
I'll tell you, one of our child who is actually mentally retarded, but he has scored gold medals and silver medals. He has won the interstate competitions in hockey. So he is good in sports. You never know which skill set you have.
Correct.
So it's been a stigma, as sir has rightly said. It's the stigma of the society. So Manavya is working wholeheartedly to fight against that today. And on 1st December, we have HIV AIDS Day. And we do celebrate this whole week, rather the whole month, for these activities. We do go to society, we do go to youth groups, we make them aware of this disease, the causes, the safety steps, and we ensure that we are contributing towards spread of these diseases. how to limit the spread.
Correct.
But what about social stigma? That's the biggest part to be worked upon, and I wish that all your NGOs, you people are also working hard with it with us. So you please encourage people to accept our children.
Correct.
Because medically they are totally fit. I'm glad to say today all of my children have the viral load within limits. That is, target is not detected.
Wow.
The virus not being detected in their blood means it is not even transmissible. It is not a communicable disease, right?
Correct.
So even if you stay with them, you work with them, you eat in the same plate, you share clothes, you share a room, you share a toilet, it is not going to spread the disease. So why to give them this discrimination? Is the biggest message we want to convey to the society today.
Sure.
And for me, these children, they are the biggest motivation, I'll say, because in spite of their background, in spite of being orphan, being destitute, they still are so happy, so energetic. I wish all of us can come down to Manavya once this corona outbreak gets over and visit and see how the children are doing. They're doing excellent. I will say, yes, in academics somewhere they lag behind, they need support, they need extra efforts. But yes, they can prove themselves in every task. Other than this, I won't say we are working with social workers. They are working as in nursing sector. They're even doing good in. One of our child has gone to abroad. He is conducting youth sessions about stopping this disease. So HIV is not a barrier for their progress. They can work as normally as we all can. Right. And that's what people have to accept.
Right. That's incredible. It's incredible, ma'am. And I have visited Manavya myself, and the kind of atmosphere that you all have created there is something beyond anybody's expectations and imaginations. The kids are so lively. I have seen Ashwini ma'am interacting with them, and she actually treats them like her own children. So the kind of environment that Manavya gives is something that is really great. And the stigma that you're talking about, of course, you have evolved from the biological model, from the biopsychosocial models now, and which is like a more sustainable model, I would say. There are a lot of youngsters currently who want to contribute to a social cause, but sometimes as you rightly said, there is a lot of frustration, they lack motivation. So what message would you like to give to the new generation, and also the people who want to contribute to this cause, or any other social cause for that matter?
Actually, there is a lot of positive energy in society also. I have seen people who really want to do something, but they don't have a way out. They don't know exactly how to proceed.
Yes.
So many of them come down to us, they will celebrate a birthday, they will share their special moments with us.
Yeah.
Yes, that's valuable, that's important. But what is more important is to help the children to stand on their own legs.
Correct.
To make them more proficient in their skills. So as a volunteer, you can maybe adopt a child, not to take him home, but to take its responsibility, to guide him towards his career.
Yeah.
You can give him a particular time of your schedule for these children.
Yes.
You can focus on some particular age group. You can take activities for them, maybe English speaking course, anything, whichever skill set you have, you can use it for these children. Correct. You can have such sessions, and you can encourage them to have better career goals, better positive attitude towards life. And these children, they are deprived of their own homes, mother, father. These relations are missing. So they are very, they just get attached with you very easily.
Yeah.
They will call you Tai Dada, and they will give you such a positive energy, I'll tell you, that it becomes a motivation for us to work more and more.
Correct.
So your time is important. And finance, of course, I will say, Shirish Lawate sir and all the staff is fighting very hard. Government is granting us 6 lakhs per year, but our total need to run this is 60 lakhs. So there is a huge difference. So finance, if somebody can contribute, they can do it in this way. Your time, your skill sets, and your activities with the children can surely help children more. And moreover, if you have some companies, if you are working with corporates, please accept our children as employees.
Yeah.
The topic doesn't end by giving a food packet. It starts there. It's more important to make them enable to earn their own bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
That's very true, ma'am. Sir, would you like to share anything about this?
Whatever the people who want to work for this, as Ashwini rightly said, come to Manavya. Please bring maximum people to Manavya.
Yeah.
So that will help to create awareness.
Correct.
And that will also help you come there to teach children something. Now, very small things, maybe you just one some craft work or something that they get attached to you and they start learning something. And then one more thing, what we are trying to do right now is we want some people to take children's education responsibility. Because what whatever conventional education, what we are giving to the children is not going to be useful. It is a very long way to learn, and then getting out in the society at the age of 25 is very expensive for the children.
Yes.
So we are working with a small syllabus. What should the Manavya children then going out of Manavya? You should learn minimum these many things, which are going to help in living a good life.
Yeah.
That on that basis, we're working it out. So we are working it out up to children 7th standard. Whatever education should be completely given, and they should know. So that much education. What my experience said, she has become a doctor, I become an engineer. But whatever normally we use in life is education up to 7th, maximum to 10th standard. So that's the syllabus we're trying to make. Yes, this is a Jeevan Shikshan Abhiyan. He has to learn the Jeevan kaisa rehna hai, that he has to learn.
Correct.
So on that basis, said, I need somebody who can guide me in this education field. So this small education that we definitely want to give, and whatever education, if somebody wants to learn, he can do his graduation, post-graduation, whatever doctorate. But minimum this I want to give to, because 90% of children are like that. So I have to take care of these children.
Correct.
And who is going to be scholar? Yes, he is going to be there. So there I need some helps. Even you can come to children, play with them, nothing else. Come and play with them different games. So that gives frustrations of the children come out of it. So that's when so many things we are able to help in this. Normally we need some counselors also. Who are coming from outside. We have to talk to children psychologically. Some children are having problems. So these children now, one thing I missed in between, we have started last 10 years. We are having this HIV positive people matrimony.
Okay.
These children get married, and so this matrimony has helped a lot. From our institute also, last month we had one marriage from our one girl from our institute got married. Awesome. And about 7-8 children already married. They are having that. And one more thing, advantages nowadays, the children or born to these families are not positive. There is a drug given to them when given to the pregnant woman, that nevirapine the name is, and then these children, the lot of children are totally negative.
Right.
And then we started this matrimony business. Okay? Business in the sense matrimony. Then this helped a lot. Right. It is not only for our all HIV patients are doing this.
Okay.
So this is one more aspect. And there also.
That's a very innovative idea, sir, and I think ma'am had mentioned it to me a while ago that something like this has been started, and it's really a great idea, because they of course, after all, they also want to have a family, a normal life, and like we said, like you rightly said, employment is something that they need. So Sneha Foundation has recently started working with employment, so we will definitely help you in terms of getting your children get associated with some corporate companies. Thank you so much, Shirish sir and ma'am. Any last takeaway, if you want to share, you can do that.
Please do visit, and we want people to come to us.
Yes.
And then we'll be able to share much better.
That's right. Ma'am, any takeaway from your end?
Even if you want us to conduct any awareness sessions in your community, in your companies, we are always there. We can come down to you. We can give the proper scientific demo, which will ensure that HIV is.
Yeah, definitely we'll able to. She's got, I think, but
Definitely,
Like,
sir. Thank you so much for coming and agreeing to do an interview with us. We will definitely help you, create an awareness about Manavya and also connect your beneficiaries to any of our volunteers and corporate companies that we're connected with. Thank you,
please.
thank you once again.
Thank you, Siddha. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Shraddha. Thanks a lot for giving us this wonderful platform to share our thoughts and experiences. I really appreciate you and the whole Sneha team for your sincere efforts and innovative ideas. I hope our collaborative efforts will surely bring a new ray of hope in many lives. Thank you.